Do it for all of the real ones. Do it for all of the real ones. I just be doing the most.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another special episode of the Music Box. You know it's your boy Twist. I'm never alone. I'm with the Bruce, Monty.
Shalom Aleichem, it's a boy TC no hide.
Sunday here, welcome.
Yeah, man. Today's episode is gonna be a special one. So we decided that we should take it back on a young memory lane. You know, take it back to the 80s, 90s, to the 20s. You know, just discuss a couple of things that happened then. You know, shifts that happened within the cultures. Projects that were dropped, you know, people that came out. Yeah, man. So I hope you guys will enjoy this episode, yo.
Alright, cool, man. So obviously, we're focusing on South African rap history. So yeah, from my research is that rap SA started in Cape Town with the Cape Flats. It was more of like a resistance to the apartheid, the regime that was happening, you know. And apparently the first rapper that actually came out was Sinyaka in '86. He dropped his first album.
R.I.P. yo.
Yeah, R.I.P. to the Sinyaka. Yeah, he actually dropped his album titled the Sinyaka in '86. And then came the prophet of the city, POC. Shout out to Ray D.
Yeah, shout out.
But yeah, so yeah, in '89 they dropped their first LP titled Boom Style, and that was their first LP.
In what?
'89. And then they went mainstream. They dropped the first studio album titled World in 1990. And then the likes of Ray D. They took it upon themselves to actually push the whole genre, and then the whole group dismantled in '97. I think after I shout out to you. So then the likes of Brasse Van Die Kap, I think they followed suit in '97. They dropped their first tape called BLK, in the '90s, So yeah, and that's how actually Kwaito was born also, because Kwaito and
It resonated more.
yeah, resonated more, like they're more like intertwined. Actually, the word Kwaito actually is derived from the word Kwai.
In
Afrikaans. So in slang, it actually means something hot. So it's actually
The music in this case.
So then in the like '97. That's how YFM was established. As obviously it's a youth radio show. So there was shows like what's this? Red Activity Jam. They used to have like ciphers, in the So that's how Proverb. That's how Proverb was actually discovered by Nimrod and Kosi.
So kinda he also did work there, man.
But I think on the production side of it.
It's behind the scenes.
So that's more or less the history about SA.
It seems
SA
like
rap.
it seems like to me that Khaled's pioneered the whole
Yeah.
thing, essentially. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah, that's interesting, man.
that's interesting to have. I've always known about bits and pieces about Ready D, and that puts everything into perspective.
Hey, but for me, if you go back to the 2000s, I feel like I personally define that period as the golden age or golden generation for South African hip hop, because it saw the artists or rappers to this day to whom we refer to as legends. Even we go as far as saying they're veterans.
In this case.
It's all the birth of the pioneers. I know those are the pioneers, but I mean like from a musical point of view, taking it a level higher. It's so, you mentioned them already, it's so Proverb, when he also, I'm not going to talk about the mixtape history and stuff, the demos that he used to send to radio stations. I'm just going to go straight to his debut, the Book of Proverb, which was phenomenal for many reasons. It had key important songs such as Your Microphone, Sweet Home. It had your I Have a Dream, which today we refer to as a prophecy, because Proverb actually spoke about how he has a dream to see hip hop doing bigger things, winning awards. Because Africa as a whole, we are the 4 times kick kind of people, meaning we love the boom 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 thing. So usually, we're usually more inclined to listening to house, kwaito, Afrobeat. All those have the classic 4 times kick. So to see hip hop grow was Proverbs 3, and I feel like it has grown. But I'm not gonna dwell much on Proverb. It's also the Pro Kid. Oh man.
Shout out to Slachis.
Oh man. Yeah, it's Pro Kid is synonymous with Slachis. Yeah, because that's where Kasi is so way too. They used to meet. Yeah. Even though if you watch that documentary, Tusi showed me that documentary. It shows you at some point there was a beef between the Kwaito heads and the hip hop heads. Yeah, but it was classic. It's important to
I think
it was
Yeah. So the birth of your Pro Kid, R.I.P. Linda. He gave us Heads and Tails. There's a song that I love called Soweto. Phenomenal rapping. Yeah, most of the time they refer to him as a Venag rapper, but on that song,
I think they did like a disservice to him, because that nigga, when he raps in English,
it's top tier. He's a rapper after all. And also saw the likes of Zabs, one of my favorite MCs. Yeah, man. Like you listen to an album called Listener's Digest. There's a song called Imagery there. He paints pictures using words, rhymes, flows, delivery, cadence, beautifully so. Also saw the birth of many other rappers. So your Sweater Camps. Yeah, I feel like they made.
When did they come out? 2003.
Yeah, I'm not too sure of the year because there's many bits and pieces of how they met.
They're also like an important element.
Big time, a cultural shift, because they inspired a lot of groups. Yeah, from Umoya is a big song in the South African context. You can't speak about Sweater Camp.
R.I.P. to Mischief also.
Yeah, Flaba.
Yeah. And they lost a couple of them. They just lost someone also recently.
Yeah.
Also, apparently Mischief. You guys know Mischief?
Not much, but I've heard of his influence.
He was the first rapper to actually drop like I think he was signed to a major label, so he was actually the first SA rapper to actually drop an album from like a major label.
No, that's impressive.
I think in 2002. Yeah, so R.I.P. to Mischief.
Yeah, I feel like the 2000s were cultural shifts.
It was just like a stepping stone.
Yeah. But then there's also artists like the great Dumi, whom now uses the name Stogie T, but I would refer to him as Dumi because that's how we knew him in the early 2000s. Yeah. There's a phenomenal song that he wrote called Yvonne. Oh man. Yeah, there's even another one called Ipowa, P-O-W-A. I think it's an NPO now, non-profit company that focuses on more gender-based violence and everything. So
it's tunes.
Yeah.
Was it from the Return from the King?
Nah, that's more recent.
Oh, okay.
Nah, it was back. Yeah. I think it was a mixtape. Yeah. When it was Stume and the volume, it was amazing. I feel like he's synonymous. Okay, maybe this is a big statement, or maybe maybe the whole setup you're doing the volume reminds me too much of the Roots. Yeah, him being the lead man, Black Thought, and he's also going in hard as a rapper. It was amazing, man. And what I love about that generation is that the top rappers worked together.
There was hardly any.
Yeah.
But beef is important in the game.
Yeah, but so because it was the inception,
the camaraderie was kind of like better.
Yeah. And then you look at even from the newer generation, Proverb worked with AK back then.
Yeah.
Which was amazing.
Also worked with Stogie.
Yeah, many times. There's also your the tear gas, the birth of your tear gas, aka I have to mention AK.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, continue.
Yeah, but he's a legend. Bro.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. Alter Ego is one of the biggest projects in the South African context. You also saw Tear Gas. They represented you guys. You saw Rachel Felt represented.
Woman boys.
Yeah. It may not be that much hip hop, but it's still important.
The whole like another chance.
Yeah, another chance.
Yeah, man,
that was fire. Yeah, so
there's one person that you haven't mentioned.
I haven't forgotten Jabba, man.
Nah, not even Jabba, dog. Musolisto.
Oh, it's all
listening to Zola yesterday.
So it was more.
It was white, though.
It was white, but it was rap. But I think, yeah.
But quite to incorporate.
Yeah, I think Kwaito and
Yeah, Kwaito actually borrows a lot of house, just with a lower bits per minute.
It's just right.
Then they also have that element here, rap. Yeah, also about Jabba, man. Like legend, R.I.P. Jabulani.
Stone also.
Yeah, but there's so many. That's why I consider it a golden generation of South African hip hop. Obviously, I can't mention everything, but from taking the baton from the likes of the POCs, it was important because even them, the generation of Proverb, Pro Kids, Stumi, Jabba, all of them, they also gave the baton to the newer generation to take it a bit much further. But I'm not gonna dwell on that. Just to say, I still strongly believe that's the golden age, golden generation of South African hip hop, and it has all these artists I mentioned and more. All of them have classic albums.
Yeah, I think if you look at the type of discographies and the lyricism, content that they're putting out in their music, I kind of like that.
Yeah, all of them have classic albums.
Can you have more than one golden years? I don't know.
It's possible.
I think it's possible,
but one is bound to be
better than the other. Yeah, which we'll get to that when I get onto the late 2000s.
Yeah, now you can get into it.
I wanted to find out because for me, I think 2012 and 2013 were the golden years of South Africa.
Cultural shift.
Yeah, like it was a whole paradigm shift, dog. Like for me, okay, but yeah, before I get to that, I'm gonna be talking about the late 2000s from like 2010, right? So 2010, we got Maftan Heights. Shout out to Cooley and Refilwe. Cooley dropped. I'm gonna be referring to my phone a lot, so yeah, man. Yeah. I'm also dropped the Principle. What's Up Originator, by the way, man, one of my favorite albums of all time. Yeah. Java got nominated for BET.
Legend.
Yeah, R.I.P. So yeah, I think 2010 was just when things were starting to kick off for like the game. No, actually, dog. Motswako Originator came in 2011.
Yeah, but still falls in that period.
It's still that period. Yeah. And then it just, we know what it did in terms of like Motswako, from Java to like Cool, it just heightened everything.
Passing the baton.
We also got Alter Ego. Then this is an important album that we overlook most of the time, but El Tito's All or Nothing. I don't know if you guys remember. It had that KO song.
Yeah, that was in 2009.
9, isn't it?
Who? El Tito's?
Are you sure, dog?
Yeah.
Wait, man.
And that it was El Tito, and it was like on top of beds and stuff.
Is it the one with KO and KO?
Yeah, the one with the KO.
I forgot the time, the year specifically.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I might be wrong. Nah, come on.
It's 2011.
Come on.
Now time flies, man. It happens.
But yeah, man. It came out, and yeah, like I said, we know what it did for the game at that time. We also had Josie also dropped. I feel like they're also important in terms of like groups in the game. Like
RIP to Crazy Dude.
Yeah, man. Shout out. And like we also had Morel. I don't know if you know this. Morel. He was part of this game.
This game was
and Pages. Yeah. Him and TP.
So basically Pages was behind production as well.
Yeah,
Yeah, but he
think
also writes.
so. Yeah, but he
Yeah.
also writes. But I think he's more or less more on production than raps. Yeah. What else did we get? Yeah, man. I think Cash Time was also just starting
Yeah.
out. Yeah.
That's a cultural shift.
Yeah.
And also KO dropped what's it? Albums.
Kinda
Yeah, then like Karakara or something.
Yeah.
Son of a gun.
Yeah, that's 2012 also. You know, I was getting onto that, and yeah, man. 2012. I think it was AK's year. He bagged most of the accolades. We got a hazardous collabo, pun intended. I don't know if you niggas got it from Cooley and Naughty.
Was it from Lost in Time?
Yeah, Lost in Time. Cooley has a song called Hazardous, and just the
That's
song.
happy dog.
Yeah, happened. That tape just had
Shit.
classics on it, dog.
Legit.
Yeah, that song with notes. I just forgot the name. Tswada.
Yeah, Tswada.
Tswada.
Also with like all the Mutoga niggas.
Yeah,
And
the
remix,
the
I think.
remix on it.
Yo.
Yeah, man.
That's a big song.
Actually, I think, dog, damn, Cooley. I think Cooley is important, dog.
Yeah,
It is.
Do you
Not
guys
just
know
from
that he actually
Mutoga.
put come on, he actually put AKA on.
Oh,
And you think of-
I've heard about it.
Yeah.
He had him on the tape also,
Yeah,
that song.
They worked
Yeah.
together
Yeah,
as well.
a couple of times, yeah. But I think AK has given him shout out a
Yeah.
couple of times, yeah. I finally also debuted that year.
Yeah.
Didn't expect that mention.
Yeah. Cool. You know? But I also,
Yeah.
that song was big.
Yeah, sure.
He also went, I think, first day gold, but apparently Hunters bought the same or something like that.
Well, I remember that thing on Twitter.
Yeah,
I
it was
remember
big on
AKA
Twitter.
exposing him
Yeah,
or something
yeah.
like that.
I don't know, but yeah. And then 2013, man, nothing was the same. Another part.
And also Max actually, I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name right.
Marx.
Yeah.
Oh, Marx, yeah.
Do you guys know that MT used to be Mark's thingy, the background thing?
What?
Yeah.
I know MT has mentioned that he has bumped
Yeah.
into him at studio a couple
Yeah,
of
That's a
times.
legend.
Yeah.
That's a legend.
I
They
killed
can't
the
love each
boys.
other.
Yeah, dog. I feel like we still need something from Marx, dog. I feel like the game hasn't done him justice
Yeah.
also.
Yeah.
I feel like
He's like when you talk about like dope MCs,
Yeah,
like
he's-
MCs
And
out
he
there.
represents where he's from.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's very important. Shout out. We got levels that year. I think.
2014.
Yeah, I think it's close to be a classic in my opinion. That album. You know,
Yeah.
I used to hate.
I'm sure it won a number one, isn't it?
Yeah,
And I think we started the whole thing of having like Nigerians and
Yeah, SA.
Oh,
SA,
Burna Boy and stuff.
Yeah, Burna Boy, yeah.
Yeah, so
It was big.
We never used to have that, like the whole collaboration
Yeah.
from other countries.
would have just Verb and
Yeah.
Manifest, yeah.
Mood Night.
Good night,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hey man, we also got Doc Shebeleza.
Hey!
I think everything changed after that.
It actually did, yeah.
I remember, everything changed after that. And there's also one thing I would like to mention. Shout out to Tweezy, man. I think Tweezy is very important.
He produced a lot for
For me, Tweezy is like Metro Boom. You know,
I would understand.
like new age sort of like
Yeah.
the production.
Yeah.
Like shout out to Tweezy, man. He did good things. He still does good things.
Yeah.
Anyway, for me, like I said, for me, I feel like that's the golden
I understand.
age of hip hop because that's when everything was just heightening. You know,
Yeah.
things were looking good. We also got I don't know if you niggas remember Reasons, No Sleep Remix. Woo! He sitting here like.
Woo!
I remember when me and the
That
homies
flow,
went
that
back
entire
to
flow.
dog.
I said what happened to Resin.
Yeah.
For me, it's still like a dope MC.
Yeah.
Just the things that don't work out for him.
But I've always thought or expected of him to take it Baton from the proverbs and the
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
Because he worked with proverb, I think on street music.
Yeah.
There's a song street music on manuscript.
Is it the same reason though?
Yeah, it's the reason.
Because that album was out in like 2006. or
He's
something.
been
So I was like,
underground.
which reason is this? Because I'm like, how
Yeah,
is
he's
this?
been around.
Yeah.
And I think he was also signed under Motif, yeah.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
I was about
Yeah.
to say that he was also under Doomy. So, yeah, man. Also, another dude that I think the game hasn't done justice
Yeah.
in a sense, you know what I'm saying? Like you were saying actually that he should have sort of taken the baiting.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, and he's really good at what he does. I just
Absolutely.
don't know what's happening or what
Yeah.
happened, you know. And 2015, 2016, man, we got Amantombazani remix. One of the best remixes ever
And
made.
also that's when MT actually, came out.
We got Roll Up, I was about to say.
And also that thing, that MTV thing,
Bass.
the
Oh,
this thing,
Cypher.
yeah, that's when they actually started.
It's always controversial.
Yeah, but at least now hip hop was the main focal point.
Yeah, but then
Yeah.
it was popping.
Yeah, it was popping.
Hip hop took over like this.
And there was something a lot of quiet.
Also with composure though.
I was about to get into it, dog.
Man.
I used to hate on that song also back in Hostel, man. I used to hate AKA.
It says this track, but sonically pleasing also.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's just so.
It's you like we jamming to a this
Yeah,
song.
because usually we don't jam to
Yeah.
What have you? Did you niggas listen to Dust to Dust?
Yeah.
In terms of like not sonically pleasing
Content.
just like
As in this song,
content,
yeah.
Dust to Dust.
Yeah.
As
As
a
a
diss.
also, Casper was just rapping out of pocket there.
Nah, I'm just talking about
He was
the
talking, man.
about the anger, everything, emotion.
Yeah.
I think for me on that part only,
Yeah.
it's a better song.
Back then, girls go blaming the whole MT, the whole AKA.
And when they made it, when they took it to the music, what Pumagi me.
Yeah, I loved it when
Yeah.
it was all about the music.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all about the music.
Well, Nasty also came out around about
Yeah.
that time. We got
Yeah.
Juice back.
Oof.
He dropped one of my top 5 albums, Bad Hair. Proverb also dropped one of my best albums in SA, The Retweet.
2015.
Yeah. Dog. I feel like 2015 also like a lot happened. I'm saying just like a lot happened. Like it's the same year Nasty came out, MT came out, we got Composure. It was just like a whole lot of things happening.
Casper's
Fill up the dome.
before Dust to Dust, dog. I think something came out. Casper.
Yeah, he had two.
What song
It
was
is.
that?
I just don't
Before
remember.
Composure.
Nah. There
Before
was another
Composure
place.
came
Yeah,
out.
I remember.
Can't even-
Yeah, that one isn't it back to back? I think it was a back to back. It was one about when Drake and Meek were also.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
I
think it
remember
was
that
back to
one.
back. Not sure.
Yeah, but I just remember that Casper dropped two this song.
Shit, AK still had
Composure was what was.
Yeah.
But AK had a good backing, man. With JR and them.
Yeah, and I found out apparently JR did like a lot of writing for yeah. Production, writing, creating. You know?
JR has been a ghostwriter.
Yeah.
Makes sense,
And I see him on the production, he's also
Yeah,
writing.
legend. That's another one
Yeah,
we
I
don't
think he's
speak
a
much
legend.
about.
Yeah, it was good. Remember that thing can show them
Yeah,
that
it's
song
like
in
the
2020,
yeah.
2010, though. That's so much big, dog,
Yeah, we also got I Fill Up the Dome. I don't know if you
Yeah.
as well. I went to,
Excellent.
did you go? I went to Orlando and FNB. Yeah, those were good. Yeah, that really enjoyed them. Those were game changers.
Yeah, big
After
time.
that, I feel like it made it possible for other niggas to be like, I'm
Yeah.
trying to do that shit.
And they even not just South Africa. Outside, they started taking South African artists.
Yeah. I also saw Kanye had a similar design.
Yeah.
Apparently, Casper was wilding on Twitter. Kanye
I understand why, man. Because he performed. Is it Doc Chevaliers a while?
But
Yes,
Casper's thing is
The set.
domes, the setups.
Yeah, it was
the
fire.
concerts,
Yeah, it was fire.
They're really nice. Shout out to him for that, man. Pretty came out with it. You don't know me yet. I don't know if you niggas checked that.
Pretty Ugly.
Pretty hard.
Yeah, good.
Wait, in 20?
15, 16? What about that time? Yeah, I also love that tape, dog. I don't know why niggas don't fuck with Pretty. I think Pretty is nice,
He
dog.
can rap.
He can really rap.
I don't know that you like him.
You
You always references him, though.
I don't know him much,
Sure,
but
dog.
I remember that song. DJ Switch.
Oh, the verse there.
Now or never. Yeah, it was.
My favorite tape from Pretty is Egypt.
That's much more recent.
Yeah, I think.
2017.
Yeah, I think what the one thing also that I like about You Don't Know Me Yet it's just the creativity on it. Like he was experimenting with like a whole lot of things, and it worked out. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. And I don't know if you niggas have heard. No, since 1990, it also dropped by Teho, but it was a mistake. Teho. No, Teho, the one that was sent to Homage.
Oh,
Since 1990.
Is it like hip hop or
I mean,
as he read?
I know him as an R.
I don't know. Then
that tape had raps. To me, it sounded like a rap thing. I mean, seeing Drake type of rap, singing.
2015.
Yeah, 2015.
Tutoka came out in
2017. Nguri came out that time. Yeah.
That's a lot of music.
Yeah,
From
2010.
2010.
Like,
shout out to DJ Maporis.
yeah, I think Nguri is probably the biggest song that has come out. They say hip hop, no?
Even Spirit, because it featured Wale.
How do you not mention Umoya from Squad?
No, Sam's mentioned it. No?
Umoya Boy Squad Camp. Yeah,
Yes, yeah, he mentioned it. I
Oh,
didn't
I
say
would
it. Yeah, we got things. Flip. I feel like I didn't shout out to Ricky. He dropped, Family Values dropped.
Oh,
also.
yeah, Family.
Almost forgot that Family Values came out. Shout out to Lloyd. I know Lloyd loves Family Values. We got Nafukwa.
Hey.
Nafukwa, yeah.
Which other? There were two songs that were very big. It was Nafukwa and one else.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I didn't know.
I forgot the name.
The one, I remember the music video. I don't remember the music video. I forgot what's the name of that song.
Yeah,
It was such a
Ricky Rick, eh?
yeah.
But even Cool Cat was killing Future.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I even forgot about him. And he was affiliated with Cass.
He was he sort of pioneered like the, I don't know, like
What did they call that? The Durban sound, though. Durban hip hop sound. It's like, what's that? No. Maskandi Mara.
oh, I was about to.
Mashaya Puka or something.
Yeah.
If I'm pronouncing it, I know I'm gonna butcher his name, but yeah, Mashaya.
While you on that, Kid X, but those was around about 2017. Kid X, got Shui Nomteka. I don't know if you know
Yeah,
Shui.
Shui.
On the joint.
Yo, there's a tape by
Shout out
Felix.
to Shui.
3/4 pace. Huh.
Yeah.
That's
Shout
a
out to
tape.
X, man.
That's a tape.
Manado also came around about 2017 to 2010, so I'm just gonna cover 3 years on that. Got Manado,
Yeah.
my favorite MT tape. Like, also, not like when I think about it, dog, I just ambitious like did a lot for the game, good and bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember when the camp was just.
There's someone we forgot that came out in 2016. Shout out to Ronald Matabohe.
I was about to touch
that
on
release?
on Paradise because I think that's when it dropped in 2016. I want to mention it. That's my favorite release.
You know, in the last video we forgot to talk about that LP dropped from Me to You.
Me, I didn't like it.
Me though, I used to sleep on that album.
He's a Reese fan.
Yeah.
By now you know.
Yeah, he likes Reese, yeah. So 2017 to 2020, like I was saying, man, we got Tutor, we mentioned couple of nice trends on it. I think a lot of people rate this album like in essay content.
Which one?
Like Tutor.
Oh.
Yeah,
I think when you actually delve into the whole context of the whole album and how Casper was rapping there, there's a whole lot of flaws there because like he was rapping off beat sometimes. But I think in terms of like the content, what he was trying to portray, shout out to him.
Yeah, I think
just
that's
the
also,
execution of it.
Yeah, I think that's his flow.
Yeah.
Like execution. But I think the ideas are dope.
Yeah.
I'm saying. But yeah, shout out to him for that, man. Nasty got a SM Ferg feature, King.
Last year.
Yeah, I think
String and things.
Yeah, those strings and things.
Yeah.
Like, you know how usually international features sounds forced.
Yeah.
They're not. Like, I feel like ASAP Ferg came through
Yeah.
for that feature.